Today I stand in the Midwest of America and gape in awed amazement at the breadth and depth of American agriculture, at the sheer scope of the thing, at what has been accomplished. I look at the Midwest and know that once it was frontier territory, untamed, unplowed. Not that long ago. But where I stand, the strength and tenacity of 100,000 and more farmers have fashioned a breadbasket for this country, a breadbasket for the world. I conjure up images of people being fed by the fruits of this Midwest land, its wheat, its corn, its hogs and dairy, and I am in awed amazement. I see the old men still on their farms, working with an ease and grace only the years can bring. Their sons are with them, learning, absorbing, gaining experience, ready to carry on. Family farms prospering, growing bigger. The backbone of American agriculture, but still a gambling business. That has not changed since the first farmer planted the first crop and waited for rain. Everything else has changed, though. I know by heart the three old-time ideals of the farmer: hard work, long hours, not owing. The first two still apply, but today the cost of buying and maintaining farmland puts a man in debt. That's how it is. Farming is big business. It's a question of borrowing money to make money, like any business. And the machines, where 6 men were needed 25 years ago, 2 can do it all now. Because of the machines. I also know the men of the cattle herds, cowboys whose tradition was forged in the cattle drives of generations ago, in Texas and Colorado, on countless spreads through the rough terrain of the mountain and prairie states. I sense the old-time rowdy cowboy in the particular shouts and cries and joy of his job. I have watched the miracle of life unfold over and over on the ranch. I am never bored by it. Seeing a cow give birth and begin gently mothering a surprised, wobbly calf, it's a marvel unlike any I have known. Yet I know the rancher. I know he must see the calf in dollars and cents. I believe it. Rowdy cowboys? Maybe a long time ago. Maybe in their hearts. But in their heads, they're businessmen who happen to run ranches. Businessmen in a business that is one of the largest segments of American agriculture. Businessmen in Levi's and boots. But I remember a time in our history when people moved on, leaving silent monuments to the farmer's endless itch to seek out new lands. Who knows why they moved on? Who knows why new dreams replaced old ones? I see the old houses, and I asked these unanswerable questions. But I know this. They left the promise of the prairie, packed their goods, and joined wagon trains forming in places like St. Joe and Independence. They packed their goods and headed out for the new promised land. They packed their goods, and a lot of them never looked back as they headed for the Pacific. I was on those wagon trains that battled their way west. My throat was always dry from the dust. There was always dust. That and breakdowns, upsets, leaky tents. But none of it mattered. The whole country was on the move. Some on the Smoky Hills Road, some on the Fisk Trail, some on the Santa Fe, some on the Central Overland Trail. A lot of them headed out for the southern part of California. Farmers mostly, looking for new land to plow, new acres to grow their crops on. One thing was clear. There was no easy way of getting west. But that had no effect on the rolling tide. I marveled at their numbers. They were quiet people. I remember one wagon that had the words, "Mind your own business," scrawled on the canvas. Most folks did. They came over the mountains and saw the deserts of California. Disappointment, it was on their faces. The men sifted the sand through their fingers. I felt their hearts sink. Coming west had been hell. But there was no place else to go. They were west of the west. The frontier was closed, and this land had to be made arable. The desert had to be pushed back. And 20th century technology made it all possible. I know. For I have heard the roar of diesel engines. I have felt the land groan under the weight of heavy machines. They worked the soil with the power of 1,000 men, turning it, cutting it, plowing it, preparing it to yield up its bounty. I look up and follow the path of a crop duster, dipping low, skimming the open fields. Still, it would all be for nothing without water.